Good morning. Hey, wow, I'm hyped this morning. I feel good. The news is good. You guys are good. And you're all in the chat. And you're all talking. And it's nice to see. How are we all doing? Welcome into twitch.tv/IceCreamUploads. My name is Graham D. And this is possibly the penultimate show that I will be doing on my own. I think this might be the second to last one, because on Friday we may have Bibby back for the scoop. No confirmation, not confirmation, because, you know, he's been on paternity and stuff, and he's got wee baby Bibby. So wee baby Bibby, he's been busy. He's been busy. He could be coming back. He could be ready to go. He could have all of the things to catch up on, so he might not be back on Friday. So there will still just be 3 episodes of the scoop this week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Bibby will be back towards the end of the week, so we could be back to 5 days a week with the scoop from next week. Exciting times. For now, though, let me welcome you all in. Hey. Candy Bear is in the chat. Hey, how you doing? Speaking of the haze. Bits in it. Ichigo, thank you very much for dropping the 4 bits. I've not even got round to you yet, but I appreciate you dropping the follow pre-stream as well. Thank you very much. Good morning. Nijio. Nijio. Not Rufio. That's someone else. Good morning, Nichio. Hey, thank you for the games of the weekend and the dubs and all the things. Good weekend of games. Saturday's games were possibly my favourite out of all of the Saturday streams we've done. The games were just, like, erratic all over the place. Good times. Taste bad. Hey, welcome in from the Southern Hemisphere. How are we doing? Good evening to you. It's probably past evening. Good night. Don't I say good night, because that's like bedtime. Damn, I feel the 80s. Yes, that's the vibe. I know it's a vibe that a lot of people have on Twitch, but it's a vibe that kind of rings true to us. We have a large group of people. So this is just my setup. We have myself, Bibby, and then we have a whole team of people that make content on the channel. Or did, pre-lockdown. It's kind of just me and Bibby now. But there is a full team of us. We have designers, we have video editors, we have other people that play other games and stuff. So the 80s vibe was something that kind of we could all relate to, so that's why we went for that. But thank you for dropping in. Hey, that was so cute. What was it Nichio? I bet it was Nichio, wasn't it? This is always Nichio. This channel is lit. Already followed it here. Love it. 80s. Thank you very much, Ichigo. I appreciate that. NGB. I'm assuming that's Ben, or is that Mr. T? Good morning, Next Gen Base. How we doing, fellows? Hello, Baby Bib taking over his dad's job. Go, Baby. Do you know what? Baby, just prop up wee baby next to the mic, and they'll do that baby sort of like. As soon as you touch your baby's mouth, it's like instant try to eat. Still more sense than Bib. Is Baby watching? If nobody tell him that, nobody tell him that. Just do it. Nice. Okay. Peter Pan putos. Oh no, the opening scene. Yeah, that was so that video. If you know UK football content creators, so the video starts off with Bateson, who is possibly the biggest in the UK through the day, and then we have a guest spot from Manny as well, some friends. But Manny actually makes this brand, by the way, so shout out to Manny, who gave me some more Ill Vision merch over the weekend. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's Ben, Mr. T, and Big Man G. I forgot. Yeah, touche. I've actually been following that and liking all of Gary's pictures with a hint of jealousy that he is in the big NYC. I remember. Good morning, Ben. How's things, dude? Need some sound alerts in here to spam you. We do have some. We don't have too many, because this, let me give you the rundown, is the scoop. So my name is Graham. I am usually joined by Bib, and we, in true ice creamy fashion, bring you the scoop. So this is our news podcast, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. We go live on Twitch usually each and every single weekday, 5 times a week at 10 a.m. ish. 10 a.m. ish. We aim for 10 a.m., but we work in the video games industry, so it depends. Let's just say it's fluid. The start time is flexible. So we aim for 10 a.m. That's why we have the ish. I'll spam a few of them in the chat. So we aim for 10 a.m.-ish to bring you the news each and every single weekday. We will bring you the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on those stories. But then we want your thoughts and impressions on those stories. And then after that, we will give you our thoughts and impressions on your thoughts and impressions. It's kind of a discussion. That's how this whole thing works. So we are live on twitch.tv/IceCreamUploads right now. But the live stream gets turned into to a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. So there is lots of places where people watch and listen on demand. Over 105,000 people have watched and listened to this podcast on demand, which is a stupid amount of people. That is ridiculous. But over 105,000 people have watched and listened to the show on demand. So if you are in the stream, please do get involved over the next hour or so, as you can get involved on behalf of us. Nice. Before we do start the show, let me remind you that in exactly 1 week, we will do the loot drop. ! Loot drop. We'll give you the command in the chat, give you some details. So we give away a prize to one subscriber every month. All you have to do is be a sub. If you're a sub, you're in it with a chance to win it. Last month's prize was a game of your choice, and Wiki TV won a game of his choice, and he chose Call of Duty Vanguard. This month, who knows? We'll announce it from this week, though. Yeah. Taysbad says, I say thanks from Australia next week. I think you're due one soon, Taysbad, to be fair. Although, to be fair, there are some people that have been taking part in the loot drop for quite a while and still haven't won anything, so you've got a lot of competition. Breathe when you can, we need you alive. As well as the loot drop, let me just remind you as well, ! Insert coin. We did stream on Insert Coin. Was it last week? I think it was Wednesday. Oh, no, it was the Wednesday before when we played with Candy. That's when it was. So we streamed on twitch.tv/official insert coin, not just on this channel. We are part of the Coin Army, so we do stream on their team. They make the best gaming merchandise, bar none, in the world. I mean, obviously, they don't make our merchandise. We saw our own merchandise. This is the SU hat. These are soon going to be available, by the way. But they do make the best licensed gaming merchandise that you will ever see. InsertCoinClothing.com, that's their stuff. Anyway, if you want to get 20% off, insert coin in the chat, we'll give you a 20% discount code. That's good. Nice. I love how he goes 1,000 miles an hour. I don't do what you mean. Yeah. So yes, we have a bunch of stories to go through today. So if you don't know what this is, we aren't playing games today, but we are talking games. We do play games. We will usually play games on a Wednesday evening, PUBG. On a Saturday morning, PUBG. But also, Bibby will bring you, I think he's going to come back and continue Skyrim. That's usually on a Thursday and a Sunday. So we get 4 good gameplay sessions a week and 5 podcasts. This is one of the podcasts. So today we're going to talk about a bunch of stories. The first one is the fact that Star Wars Eclipse, it's a new game. It's not been seen yet. We've seen a logo, and that's about it. It's reportedly inspired by The Last of Us. So if you want a deep cinematic storyline in a Star Wars game, nice. Well, that's one of the stories. That's what will kick things off. We'll then jump into the fact that PlayStation players, there is a state of play coming. It's this Wednesday evening, UK time, 10 p.m. We'll give you the details of what that is. Cyberpunk 2077 has popped up online. Actually, a PS5 version of Cyberpunk has popped up online. Details of it, that is. That was shared by, I believe, Timeless. It was Timeless. Timeless shared that with us in the Discord. So we will go through the fact that PS5 might finally get Cyberpunk. There's a Halo TV series. Antido shared a story with us as well. That apparently a Belgian retailer was telling people to not bother buying a PlayStation. You want a PlayStation? Well, that's nice. You do realise you can't play Call of Duty on it. Get an Xbox. That's essentially what they were saying. That will be our final story of the day. So that's the news that we are going to run through. Nice. Last of Us is one of my favourite games ever. Possibly, depending on what mood I'm in, The Last of Us is my favourite game ever, depending on what mood I'm in. If I feel something sporty, then I might throw in a football game. If I feel like something a bit more nostalgic, I might say Metal Gear Solid 3, something like that. But The Last of Us is definitely in that conversation. I don't think I can say I have a best game ever, but it's in the best games ever, 100%. Vern, good morning, ! Look, enjoy the seat at the back of the ice cream van. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, well, let's jump into the story. So the first story is written by Jordan Midler at VGC. This is the Star Wars / Last of Us crossover story, which will be on your screen if you're watching the video versions of this podcast right about now. Jordan Midler at VGC says Star Wars Eclipse is reportedly inspired by The Last of Us. Bacon Chin! Hello. Thank you very much for the 8-month sub. I appreciate that very much. Oh, actually, do you know what? There's another one as well. Okay, is it coming through?
My name is Optimus Prime.
My name is Optimus Prime. Do you know, I'm going to replay all these because there was some that came through as well. One that came through when we were on the start screen. And I don't like people supporting the channel and not getting their shout out. So I'm going to replay all these. So, Next Gen Base, thank you very much for staying frosty, yeah? For 7 whole months. We appreciate it. Stay frosty, baby. Following that, the first one that came in with the hello, which threw me off because I was expecting it to say more, was Bacon Chin. Stay frosty, yeah?
Hello.
Hello. And then Vern dropping his Optimus Prime for 11 months, baby. Wait for it.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Optimus Prime, the Prime Originals. You get it. You get it. It's fine. I know you understand. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support, you beautiful people. And Ichigo as well. Thank you very much for the 4 bits, although we did get that one. That's me going, bits in it. Bits in it. Nice, nice. Jackie769AU, thank you for the follow. And Ichigo as well. Pre-stream, thank you very much for the follow. Jump back into this. So Star Wars Eclipse is reportedly inspired by The Last of Us. Quantic Dream's Star Wars game is claimed to have a mix of story and gameplay. Quantic Dream's Star Wars Eclipse is reportedly inspired by The Last of Us with a mix of story and gameplay. That's according to a Twitter user who tweeted a screenshot of the reveal trailer for Star Wars Eclipse 1 week before it was publicly shown. Okay, let me just hit play on the trailer and keep it muted while you guys listen to me. Twitter user at, and I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I'm going to say claimed this weekend that the Star Wars game will be an open-world adventure that also features multiplayer, which is being worked on separately by Quantic Dream's Montreal team. The Quantic Dream Paris team is said to be working on, quote, cinematics, story, level art, end quote, and the game's engine. The user also claimed that development on the project started in early 2021, and that not all of Quantic Dream's Paris development team is working on it. Eclipse appears still to be extremely early, as it's claimed that the story is still being written, and that the Montreal team... oh my god, words! Let me just, I'm going to stop. I'm going to have a drink. Woosah. Head back in the game. Okay, Eclipse appears to still be extremely early, as it's claimed that the story is still being written and that the Montreal team is still working on gameplay prototypes, drawing inspiration from the Naughty Dog's The Last of Us. In December, it was confirmed that Eclipse is set in the High Republic era. The game was announced during the Game Awards. Quote, Star Wars Eclipse is the first video game to be set in an uncharted region of the Outer Rim during the High Republic era known as the Golden Age of the Jedi, Quantic Dream said. The game will build upon Quantic Dream's expertise in delivering deeply branching narratives and will go beyond their already established acclaim. Players' choices will be at the heart of the experience, as every decision can have a dramatic impact on the course of the story. The first trailer shows off impressive visuals, including footage of Yoda. Yay! Nice. Fucking this up I am. Let's go. And the planet Naboo. Earlier this year, Lucasfilm signaled that its Star Wars exclusivity deal with EA was over, at least coming to an end, by partnering with Ubisoft on a new open-world game. Okay, well, that doesn't really go into too much detail. I was expecting a little bit more than that. That is essentially all we're looking at here. So there we go. Eclipse appears to still be extremely early, as it is claimed that the story is still being written and that the Montreal team is still working on gameplay prototypes, drawing inspiration from the Naughty Dog's The Last of Us. Okay, we've full on been clickbaited. Give us the details. Give me the details. God damn it. Candy says it was the first big game I played on PS4. Fun fact, you get to walk through Pittsburgh in it, which is where I'm from. Super cool to see street signs and apocalyptic version of it as they walk through. See that? I love that. So there's not many games in the UK that give you proper like sights and sounds and feel of the UK, because obviously the UK is a lot. It's all right, governor. Do you want a cup of tea? That sort of stuff. And we all like walk down the streets and jump and click our heels together, and then as we go to shake hands but miss and just link arms, and then we rotate around each other 3 or 4 times. That's how the UK is to the rest of the world. So when seeing like proper bits of the UK in video games, It's cool, and I didn't play it, but it was like, what was it called? The Watch Dogs game recently that was set in London, and that just like, even though I didn't play it, seeing the trailers, like, okay, that's cool. I've been on that street in London. That is nice. I've bought a beer there. I've had a burger there. Yeah, that kind of thing. Obviously, it's not the same branding on the restaurants and stuff, but it's cool. I do like seeing real worldy elements. But yeah, nice. Imagine being able to stroll around in Pittsburgh. Does Pittsburgh look like it does? It looks like. Does it look? My God, words are failing me today. Does it look like it does in The Last of Us? Same kind of people. You know, I mean, parts of the UK does look like that, I suppose. Nice, very neat. Oh, very neat. I was going to say that very near worked. It nearly looks like that. So there you go. Let me put the discussing now on the street. See, this is where we do miss having Mr. Bib on the show, because Bibby talks whilst I do things like just putting the discussing now. So let's boop. There we go. Okay, that doesn't fit too long. There we go. There we go. So Star Wars Eclipse is reportedly inspired by The Last of Us. I have a lot of time for this. There's been a lot of Star Wars games. Scotland for the win. Good morning, Mr. Gagard. How are we doing? Good evening, sir. How are we doing, good sir? How are we doing? Good weekend? Not really, because everything is really tattered and torn. I am free all week. Okay, Wednesday, Bacon Chin. Are you guest hosting with me on Wednesday? If you need a temp bib. I actually had a few people throw their hat in the ring. It's just one of those things where we've had a ridiculously busy January. Usually January is a quiet month for the video games industry, so therefore we get a little bit more time. Yeah, this is nice. But yeah, this has been ridiculous. So Bibby being off, I said, okay, who would like to guest host The Scoop? And a bunch of people put their hands up, and then I just didn't bother responding to any of them. I didn't. I said, okay, nice. Yes, I'll put a pin in that. And then the pin has just been firmly sat there. So if you are on Wednesday, Mr. Bacon Chin, let's do it. Yes, go on then. As a freelancer, I'm super free this week. Let's go. Okay, Wednesday it is. It's a date. Let's do that. I apologise. Said I'd be down for some scooping, but couldn't. No worries, Mr. NGB. I see. You've got your own gig. It's fine. Now you've been smashing it. To be fair, you've been doing the all of the stuff. You guys have been ramping up content recently, so it's good. We have plenty of time. Was it a flat peak? Yes. I don't know what that's in relation to. I'm assuming it's the hat situation, but I don't know why. I don't know where that's. Yes, got my own gig, aka a full-time job. No, well, I meant doing the NGB stuff. You guys have been killing it, plus the full-time job as well. So yeah. Same. This is the side gig. Throwing their cap in the ring. Yes, and then it just, because it was flat, it just slid straight back out the other side again. Yeah. So yeah, Star Wars Eclipse, The Last of Us inspired Star Wars game. I am full on board for this. I think the Star Wars universe is exceptional. I mean, I don't know what would give you the hint that I enjoy the Star Wars universe. Could it be the Mandalorian helmet? Could it be Kylo Ren? I don't know. But it's great because there's so much depth to what could be done in the stories. And when it comes to the video games, that doesn't continue. Not all the time. You get Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and that one did try to emulate. They tried to build their own story, something that wasn't just a rip-off of what happens in the films, but something that takes a story and that doesn't just go, okay, let's go pew pew pew, vroom, vroom, and that's it. We'll just add some explosions and it's fine. That's a Star Wars game. That's what people want, and that tends to be what we get. You'll get some space fights, some dogfights in space. You might get a few lightsaber battles, which are usually but there's nothing real behind that usually. The closest we got was The Force Unleashed, that was an okay story. That's PS3 generation. That was okay. It wasn't exceptional. But The Last of Us that knows how to hook you in. If anyone's scared the shit out of me, then I booed my pants. Thank you. Thank you for the 100 bits, Candy. I have a meeting in a few minutes, but I'll pop back in a bit. You enjoy the meeting. Go enjoy. Go enjoy. I literally just pooed. but I appreciate the bits. Thank you for dropping in. Yay! Whew. It's completely thrown me off. Oh, The Last of Us. Yeah, The Last of Us is the best storytelling in video games, in my opinion. And I don't know whether that's because I'm a dad. But some of the themes in The Last of Us are paternal themes, are parental themes, not even just paternal, parental themes. So it didn't just strike me in the feels, it ran up and it walloped me straight in the dangly feels. Let's put it that way. So The Last of Us just caught me in the first 15 minutes and then built on that all the way through 20, 25 hours, whatever it was. So I played it again. I don't tend to play story games again. That's a good story. I will move on. But that's 20 hours of my life that I'm not going to get back that I could be spending in something else if I play it again. The Last of Us, I played it again, happily doing that. So if they're looking at The Last of Us and seeing, okay, it's not just about quick time button press moments. It's not just about, here's the Emperor, here's the Galactic Republic, here's a dude with a lightsaber. But it's about what goes behind that. So you get the depth of a Last of Us kind of game, but wrap that with all of the majesty that you get with the Star Wars universe. So we get the Tatooines, we get the Mos Eisley cantinas, you get who shot first, Han Solo or Greedo. If you don't watch Star Wars, all of these things will be lost on you. I apologize. What I'm trying to say is Star Wars has a lot. It looks good and it's cool. Great. But if you're a nerd, you can dig into that, and then they start to add substance. There's lore. There is layers and layers and layers of reasoning behind the content, which is what you want for a deep story. The games have never really had that. So if a Star Wars game goes down that avenue, then that's it. That's good for me. That's good for me. Don't get me wrong. I do like Star Wars Battlefront, where you've just got the audible effects of being in an all-out, stupid, over-the-top, Michael Bay-esque style war, but with Star Wars-level Lucasfilm explosions. Or should I say Lucas sound? Is it? No, Skywalker sound. That's the one. That's the one. Yes, that's great. That's great. That's immersive, but isn't emotive. A Last of Us style game can be both immersive and emotive, and that I have all the time in the world for. Speaking of which, did we actually get this? I'm not sure if we actually got this. So,
hello there.
Hello there, Nietzsche. Seeing as Nietzsche's in the chat, and we have a Star Wars sound effect. Let's get involved. On that, by the way, where was the comment? I can't find the comment, but Ichigo said we need some audio alerts. We do have some audio commands, exclamation mark commands, push. There you go, which are all detailed on that Google sheet there. We don't tend to have tons where we've got like loads of different... like that. Fuck. There you go, David. Fatman Dave 8472. Show yourself. That is how you use the alert. Not when I'm distracted by something else. I pooped my pants. So yes, anyway, Star Wars Eclipse is reportedly set. Bingo! There you go. That is an ICU bingo game. So it's not a call-out one. It's something that's been around for a while. Made by Viv as well, by the way. Shout out to Viv for making that. Does the image still work? It does. Yeah. Let's go, Viv. I appreciate that. Okay, so Star Wars Eclipse is reportedly inspired by The Last of Us. No more details. No more details. It's a very, very faint line. Could be very heavy clickbait, but if we do get any more on that, we will keep you updated. That is absolute music to my ears, though. Please. Did Gator not work? Oh, Gators? Is it Gators?
Alligators are so angry because they got all those teeth and no toothbrush.
Alligators are so angry because they got all those teeth and no toothbrush. That's Mr. iLotus UK. Check out iLotus UK if you want to see more audio clips like that. Nice. Okay, moving ahead. Our next story, and this one is for the PlayStation users out there, particularly PlayStation users that are interested in racing games. Chris Scullion at VGC has the next story that says a Gran Turismo 7 State of Play is coming on Wednesday. A special presentation will show 30 minutes of new footage and gameplay details. Sony has announced that a new State of Play presentation based on Gran Turismo 7 will be shown this week. The presentation will take place on Wednesday, February the 2nd at 10 p.m. GMT. There are... Nope, I'm not going to stand there and wait. The hero will say, that's fucking loud. That one, I'm going to have to turn that one down. But yeah, according to Sony, the presentation will be solely focused on GT7 and will not feature any other games. The show will last for just over 30 minutes and will consist of new PS5 footage and gameplay details. Gran Turismo 7 was originally planned for release last year, but was delayed after the production was impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. Polyphony Digital's Racer will now be released for PS5 and PS4 on March the 4th, 2022. A GT7 gameplay video released in December showed off the returning Deep Forest Raceway circuit, which is one of over 90 tracks reportedly set to be included in the title. More recently, Sony released a GT7 gameplay video showing off the returning Daytona International Speedway. Okay, that's fine. Gran Turismo 7, State of Play, Wednesday evening, 10 p.m. Okay, quick show of hands. Who is hyped for this? Who is interested in this? Who will be watching this? Do you know what? Who even just has a marginal level of interest? Will you be watching the show? Any of that sort of stuff? Is this a good thing, a bad thing? Not a bad thing, but or is it a I'm not bothered thing? Do let us know. I want to kind of feel where people sit on this. Because obviously State of Play is a very exciting things. Gran Turismo, for me personally, is not an exciting thing. So I just want to know where the land lies for other people. I don't want to charge that for other people. You don't have to say you're not excited and you think it's shit just because I'm not a GT7 fan. I'm a big fan of State of Plays and new content. Yes, please. So I just want to know where people are. Where are you at with this? I'm interested, but it needs to be watched in 4K, not crappy stream or res. Yeah, that's the thing. Like 10 p.m., you'll get 1080p-ish. Just because they're outputting at 1080p doesn't mean that they're actually spitting out 1080p. And actually, I seem to remember the last couple of PlayStation State of Plays have had a lot of issues. Or maybe that was an Xbox one. I think it was a PlayStation one. I think it was. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. But yeah, within 20 minutes of it finishing, you've usually got the full thing in 4K on YouTube as well. So there is that. Are you a racing gamer, Luke? Do you play Gran Turismo games? They need to put them live as YouTube premieres, get them prepped in advance, and away you go, full 4K. So how would you see that working then? Because I remember Twitch was allowing premieres. They used to have a function where you could do video premieres, and I think it was their version of countering YouTube premieres, but nobody on Twitch wanted to upload a video. Everybody wanted to stream, and if you put a pre-recorded video, then you just get to do a watch-along of your own content, but on your own channel without your face on it, which was kind of contrary to what a lot of streamers and viewers wanted. So Twitch dropped that. The downside with doing YouTube premiere like that is that you will then lose out on a lot of exposure from content creators in terms of NGB did the I've completely forgotten the name of it now. What's the football game? UFL, there we go. NGB did the UFL watch along this week on Twitch. If that was a premiere, we would have to then kind of like co-stream it, or do they put it out as a premiere alongside the Twitch live stream? That's possible, I suppose. I love them as tech demos, but don't have the time. Put them on Twitch and YouTube as well. Yeah, I suppose, because it doesn't need to be streamed. I wonder if that's just like a... How do I put this? I wonder if that's them trying to make sure that nobody is in front so that it goes out on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. They're doing... what's the... there's a program, Restream, like a Restreamio kind of thing. They're doing a Restream effective thing. So one place in Japan, Europe, wherever is controlling the YouTube channel will put the content out and it spits it out in both places. I wonder if they're doing that and they just don't want to have someone on Twitch going play or live and someone on YouTube going, okay, we'll start the premiere, and then having to sync them up. I wonder if it's just something like that they've gone, yeah, well, we can't control them both with the same button. It's like you don't need to just start one with a 30-minute countdown and then start one bang on the money with a 12-hour whatever that you've got for your premiere, 2 days, 2 weeks, whatever. easy peasy. If you're off by a couple of seconds, then I mean they're going to be off by a couple of seconds anyway. That's just how the internet works. So yeah, it's bizarre that we don't get that. Because there's arguably two different things. Something like Gran Turismo 7 as well. I think this one in particular would benefit from that. Gran Turismo 7 is a racing purists game in terms of people want to be able to feel the way that the car feels. They want to have, I mean, even if it's just through a controller, not through a steering wheel kind of thing, they want to have the resistance when they're turning corners at certain speeds or going over certain parts of the track, whatever. They want it to be authentic. And part of that authentics is not just the way it feels and vibrates and the resistance in the pad, it's the way it sounds, it's the way it looks. And if you've put all of that effort into making that Koenigsegg look pristine, then why not just show it looking pristine and not just dubbed down behind 1080p 60-ish, upscaled from something else somewhere else in the world. No, I agree. I am excited to see that the state of play is coming back. I am a little bit disappointed that we have a Gran Turismo only state of play. If I am being honest. The premieres fire at whatever time, but you can do a Twitch stream 30 minutes before. It's just full 4K of those games is pretty important at this stage. I agree. Yeah, the thing I'm a little bit disappointed is rumor mills. I have been swept up a little bit by the rumor mill because we reported on it 2-3 weeks ago that there will be a state of play in February. State of play in February, what could that be? And then we started having conversations about, I think we mentioned it could have been, actually I've not even got the discussing on screen for anyone that does drop in late. Boop, boop, boop. GT7 state of play is coming on Wednesday. Bush. I mean, I think we did speak about the fact that it could include GT7. I didn't think it would have been a solely branded one. We also spoke about the fact that it could have also included Horizon, because Forbidden West's coming. So having a segment building up to that, I mean, do we expect a Horizon advert at the end of this or something? I mean, this mentioned the presentation will be solely focused on GT7 and will not feature any other games. That's doubling down. Solely focused, will not feature. It's not just, okay, it's just going to be on Gran Turismo 7. It's like, this will only be, and nothing else. Okay. This, I kind of feel like I expected more, and I don't know whether that's just my expectation management, but part of that was fueled by the fact that we have GT7 coming in March. We have Horizon. But look at everything else that has not happened in the PlayStation camp, whilst the world has shit itself in the Xbox camp over here instead. Obviously, the Activision Blizzard conversation isn't something that has reaped lots of fruits right now, but that's a whole conversation changer, and PlayStation has remained quiet through that. So I kind of, in myself, was happy to get swept up in those rumors, because I thought, okay, well, PlayStation needs a talking point. And I don't think a GT7 state of play... Well, it's not a talking point for me. Maybe that's where my disappointment comes from. If you're interested in a racing game, maybe this is a talking point for you. I'm not going to buy this game. I'm not going to play this game. If I get this game, I probably won't even install this game. So it's a moot point for me. So it's still, for me, at 10 p.m. and at 11 p.m., pre-show and then post-show, my attitude will still be the same in terms of the PlayStation environment right now. I kind of feel like I need some more PlayStation oomph, and this one isn't it for me. I think they've done all the trailers for Horizon now, and I could say no more. Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! So yeah, PlayStation State of Play coming this month, February the 2nd. That's Wednesday. 10 p.m. in the UK, there will be a PlayStation State of Play for Gran Turismo 7. We will not be covering that one live. I will probably be live at that point in time, but we will be playing PUBG at that point in time. So we will not be covering it live. We still won't have Bibi back at that point in time. So it's 11 p.m. GMT, I think. It's 11 p.m. CET. So it's 2 p.m. PT, 5 p.m. ET, 10 p.m. GMT. So it's 11 p.m. Central Europe, 10 p.m. UK. Yeah. There you go. And if that's wrong, then It's not me. It's this 11 p.m. CET, 10 p.m. GMT. Blame Chris Scullion, not me. So, next. Sticking with PlayStation, though, not going too far. Talking about PlayStation games. This one was shared in our Discord by a Timeless Soul. He is inevitable. If you do know who Timeless is, nice. If you don't know who Timeless is, exclamation mark Timeless. Let me just give him a little bit of a shout out.
I am inevitable.
Oh no, that's a nade. Move away, move away, move away, move away. Nice. That is Timeless murdering me when I'm on his team in PUBG. But you can also watch him play PUBG every single morning. He has the morning show. So if you're getting ready, you want some nice chill pace content, then do feel free to drop Timeless a follow. Anyway, Timeless, don't have to just drop him. He drops back. And that's exactly what he's done in our Discord this weekend. I think it was yesterday he shared this story with us. And it's the fact that details of a PS5 version of Cyberpunk 2077 have popped up online. A next-gen version has reportedly been spotted on PlayStation's back-end database. This is written by Vikki Blake at Eurogamer. So a PS5 version of Cyberpunk may be on the way, though right now it's just a rumour sparked by an early sighting of the game on PlayStation's store database Twitter account, PlayStation Game Size, which routinely and accurately provides us with early information about the file size and release dates of upcoming titles, believes the PS5 version of the game will release in mid-February to early March. It tallies with the release window CD Projekt Red shared with us back in October. However, if true, Cyberpunk 2077 will be up against stiff competition from the likes of Elden Ring and Horizon Forbidden West, which both drop around the same time. Don't forget that players with current gen versions of the game will be able to upgrade to the next gen editions for no extra charge. In case you missed it, Cyberpunk standing on Steam has recently improved, and it now has a very positive user rating and is one of the top selling games on the platform. We'll stop there. So if you are waiting to play Cyberpunk 2077, if you've got the game, maybe you got it all the way back in the PS4 gen era. Let me just add this. PS5 version of Cyberpunk 2077 cited. Nice. Maybe you got it in the PS4 era. Like I did. This is obviously happened. My copy is the PS4 version. It's still in the wrapper because I am not interested in playing that game until I get a fully fledged game. If we have a PS5 version of the game, we could be very, very close to that. And this is the first time we've had something that suggested it could be within touching distance. Mid-February to early March is weeks away. We are on the very last day of January if you're watching this. It's the 31st of January 2022. That means 14 days-ish, and this could be out. 4 weeks, and we're in March, pretty much. So, nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. I do like this. I like this. Big ask, though. Ooh. Okay, you get yourself a launch window where everyone moves out of your way. Okay, we want to release whatever game. Cyberpunk's out then? Okay, we'll delay. We'll come out next year. That was the situation, not December just gone, December before when Cyberpunk came out. Everything was moving out of the way. Okay, let's give Cyberpunk the window. Cyberpunk tripped, stumbled. Obviously, they've still had a very, very good period. You don't get to be one of the top-selling games on Steam and have a dodgy period. They've still sold really, really well. Not as well as they would have liked, and they've had a lot of refunds within that time too. But now they get another bite at the cherry. But you don't want to be biting the same cherry that Horizon Forbidden West and Elden Ring are going for. That is competition. So GG's to CD Projekt for pushing ahead with Cyberpunk. We knew they would. We said they would. We said 12 months ago, maybe 12 months and a few weeks ago, 30 months, whatever, I don't know, about that time, we said that we believe CD Projekt will come good. They did with The Witcher. For those that think The Witcher 3 is the best game in the world, you've got a valid conversation there. But it wasn't always. It had its own problems. CD Projekt knuckled down, stayed loyal to the game and to the community and turned that into something special. Obviously, the quality of the story itself in Cyberpunk is a little bit of a different conversation. Some say that it's a good story. Not a great story, but it's a good story. So 7, 8 out of 10s-ish for some people that I know. Some people think it's 10 out of 10, obviously. But whatever. doesn't matter if it's 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 10 game. If it's buggy to feck, it doesn't matter. The game quality instantly drops. Now it seems like we're finally getting to the point where those that don't just have the powerful PCs, that those that do want to play it on consoles will be able to do that to an exceptional standard. Still only next gen though. I don't think we will ever get to the point where it will be what Cyberpunk was promised for the PS4 on the PS4. I don't think it will ever get to that point. I think they'll get to the point where it's good. But it's not what you expected. And I think we will get that with the PS5, which is why mine is still in the cellophane wrapper. So this could be coming out in the next couple of weeks. Elden Ring is fine for me. I'm not going to play Elden Ring. That's a Bibby game. Hashtag Bibby game. Horizon Forbidden West, though, that's more up my street. So this coming out alongside Horizon Forbidden West, I do think that's either ballsy or just necessity, or they just whatever, just get it out. I don't know. 1, 2, or 3. They're either going, do you know, fuck it, this is Cyberpunk. It'll do whatever it wants. Or it's, okay, let's just get it out. We need to just get it out so that people can play it. It's somewhere in that sort of mix. Cyberpunk may get its patch out in March, but no one's playing it until May, June. Horizon Forbidden West, Elden, Witch Queen, rip my backlog. Exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, I've got to the point where, I mean, Elden Ring, I would like to jump in and give it a couple of hours or whatever. I know I'm not going to play that game. The subject matter is not for me. That said, it could grip me. But I'm at that point where I just like, there's so much that Elden Ring, I'm just happy to just let it go. Let it go. So yeah, it's just no time. Anyway, let's put a pin in that one as we jump into our penultimate story. And stepping away from PlayStation as well. So we've just spoken about the fact that there could be a decent-ish quality game coming to PlayStation soon in Cyberpunk 2077. And the fact that PlayStation will have a state of play this Wednesday to look at Gran Turismo 7. But Xbox have a lot going on themselves. Maybe not on the console, although technically it will be. But not directly, anyway, as Vikki Blake once again, this time writing for Eurogamer, to tell us that we can take a peek at the Halo TV series' latest trailer. Halo from the other side. Genius. So Paramount Plus is getting ready to share a fresh look at its upcoming TV show based upon Microsoft's fan favorite shooter, Halo. Let me hit play on this. This is actually a really good trailer. For someone that doesn't play Halo, hasn't played Halo, and isn't bothered about playing Halo, I am very much on board for this. I'll keep the mute on, actually. In true Hollywood style, Paramount dropped a trailer for a trailer, giving us a 21-second peek at the big teaser that's set to debut during halftime at the AFC Championship game later today between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. This, I believe, now is the full trailer, though. We see Master Chief and a couple of Spartan buddies, some very Halo-esque blue glowy tech, and it ends with a familiar voice saying, "Hello, Master Chief, I'm Cortana." And while it's not all... Oh, let me scroll a little bit. Let's stop there. And while it's not always easy to gauge things like production values and special effects from condensed teasers, what we do see looks incredible and has only whetted my appetite even more for the big reveal later today. Here you can check it out for yourself below. So there you go. This is the loud as fuck. That's the 20-second trailer. Teaser for the trailer. We've just seen the trailer above. In other news from over the weekend, developer 343 Industries believes it has finally rectified the problem that's been causing all ongoing matchmaking issues in Halo Infinite's Big Team Battle playlist, though we're seemingly not going to see a hotfix deployed until the 3rd of February at the earliest. That's only Thursday. It should be good news for large groups of friends who have been struggling to connect to a lobby with their fire team intact. So there you go. Has anyone watched this? What did you think? I'm gonna keep it on the screen for now. What did you think? Did this look good? Let's get that copied so I can put it on the discussing now whilst the trailer is on screen. I think this looks fecking phenomenal. Okay, boom. There we go. Halo TV series latest trailer. This looks exceptional. I am not, like I say, I'm not against the storyline. It's I'm not a big arena shooter person, and I'd rather have bullets than blaster cannony sort of stuff. This is also the same person that's been talking about Star Wars early on. I must obviously add that in. Maybe the fact that I like Star Wars means that my interest in space laser shooters has already been taken up. I don't know. There's already tons of helmets in Star Wars. Maybe I can go for that. Maybe that's why I don't like it. But this looks incredible. This looks really, really good. And I'm happy to see. I've never been against Halo. I've just never been for. And those are two very different things. It's like, okay, I'm indifferent. I'm ambiguous towards Halo. Yes, it's all right, I suppose, if you like it. I don't dislike it. I just don't like it. It's I'll choose something else instead, thanks. Whereas there are other games that I've seen or played and gone, nah, nope, not interested. Get that away. This is just I'm not interested. Not interested. This I'm interested. They have absolutely nailed this trailer. I only buy Xboxes for Halo, yet to get an X, and they've nailed a lot of it. They have absolutely nailed it, which is overdue. If we can see what they did to Marcus Phoenix and the rest of the homies from Gears of War with Gears 5, which I've been told is a decent game, but that game. I remember playing the first Gears of War on my Xbox 360. It was possibly a launch game, was it? I can't remember. It was a game that I played early on anyway, and it was me investing in something going, okay, I'll give it a chance, thinking, okay, this is incredible. And then when Gears 5 came out, and I just like, oh, that's an excuse to get Game Pass, but didn't get Game Pass. That shows how little interest I had in it. But Halo, which I have little interest in, now has my attention, and it has for a while. Not the gameplay side of things, but the whole production, the whole not even like rags to riches story, not even a comeback story. I suppose it is a comeback story for me. Halo went from being something that all my mates with Xboxes talked about to something that my mates used to talk about. And now it's something that people are talking about again. And this is just a mirror of that. The video content around the game is picking up where the gameplay itself has left off. I was dubious, as I will be with all the video content, probably for the next 2-3 years, maybe 10 years. Video content that comes out of video games that isn't video games, I will always be dubious because we've been bitten so many times in the past. That said, we've seen so many things do it exceptionally well recently. I mean, right through from Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, Sonic, what else? There's so many different, The Witcher kind of things like that. We've seen video games being honoured in a good way. Hopefully we see this now with Paramount Plus's Halo series, the Amazon... What Amazon are doing a video game series, right? Oh no, or am I getting that mixed up with the Lord of the Rings stuff? And then we've got like HBO doing The Last of Us, and are they doing Uncharted 2 as well? Not 2, but oh no, it's Sony that are doing Uncharted. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's all good, and then we're all happy. Ironically, I can see myself living in a world where Uncharted is one of my favourite game franchises of all time, and Halo is something I'm not bothered about, but the Halo TV series could be better than the Uncharted film. And that is down to storytelling, production, and so on. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've not seen either yet. I don't think the Uncharted film will be shit. I think it will be good. I'm not sure if it'll be great. I hope it is great. I think there's a large potential for it to not be great. I hope it is, though. I genuinely hope it is. Whereas this looks like it has a good potential to be great, too. Sorry I'm late. I didn't get a notification for some reason. No worries, Timeless. I did just shout you out a few minutes ago, but whatever. It's fine. I may have shouted you out for sharing the last story, the Cyberpunk story that we went through, so it's fine. Whatever. That's all right. Sorry. Who's that? Has the Mandalorian trick... Halo has the Mandalorian trick of never taking Master Chief's helmet off. Hopefully the actor can convey as much as Pedro Pascal and his stunt double does. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing is, like... I hope they don't. There will be immense pressure on them to lift the lid, to give us a look at Master Chief's face. I mean, I'm not a Halo player, So do correct me if I'm wrong. But we have never seen Master Chief's face, right? Is that right? Or am I wrong? Have we even seen his skin color? Or not? Because in this trailer, I don't know if I can find it. There's a segment where they start talking about the Master Chief, and then you see some dude with a back scarred and shit. Nah, maybe it's a different trailer that I watched, not specifically that one. And it's a white dude with muscly scars or something like that. I'd like for them to keep Master Chief as just like there's a Stan Lee quote about Spider-Man saying, "We didn't plan to do it, but it was a really good accident." The fact that Spider-Man, you see none of his skin, therefore that means anyone can be Spider-Man. Not just Superman, who is a white dude with dark hair kind of thing. Anyone could be. And I like that feel about Master Chief. The fact that it's anything. It's anything. It is you. Obviously, the deep voice kind of means it's probably going to be male. But yeah, beyond that, there's a little bit more. Yeah, the reason we get Book of Boba Fett is because of behind-the-scenes drama with PP about not taking his... So the reason we got Book of Boba Fett is because of behind-the-scenes drama with Pedro Pascal about not taking his helmet off. Yeah. So in terms of... So he had drama because he wanted to take his helmet off, or because he didn't want to take his helmet off? But okay, spoilers for the latest episodes of Book of Boba Fett, by the way. Just give us 30 seconds. The delayed Mandalorian Season 3 because you want more face screen time. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, in the latest episode, spoilers, literally 20 seconds and I'll be done. In the latest episode, there's a bit where the Mandalorian's in it and they talk about taking his helmet off and he has to prove it. Okay, I'll leave it now. I'll not come back to that. So yeah, interesting. Not watched it yet, so we'll come back in a minute. Okay, that's good. It's good. We should. I'll leave it. I'll stop talking. What I can talk about though, from a general perspective of the Mandalorian, is it's non-spoiler because this is just general lore of the Mandalorians. The Mandalorians don't take their helmets off, whereas we've already seen footage from previous seasons and things that the Mandalorian does take his helmet off. And that, it's Pedro Pascal. We've seen Pedro Pascal as an actor in fucking Kingsman and other stuff. So we know what he looks like. We know what he sounds like, so we can put that together. But until he takes his helmet off, he's not Pedro Pascal. He's the Mandalorian, and anyone could have that face. So if that is how Master Chief exists, I'm a fan of that. I hope they don't buy into the pressure. You always used to see it. We don't tend to get it anymore in modern day film, but you used to get like the killer was this unknown entity, and that killer could have been scary films, it could have been sci-fi films or anything. Who remembers watching Predator? You watch the Predator now, you know what Predator looks like. So what they focus on is making the Predator look badass. It has flash eyes and it has cool weapons and stuff. But in the first Predator film, it was this thing that you couldn't see that stalked them around the jungle, and then eventually you get to the point where you're seeing this wavy bit. Oh, I've seen a wavy thing in the tree. It's kind of invisible-ish. And then you see like eyes flash, and then you eventually build up to the fact that you see the Predator, and then it takes his mask off and you're like, fuck me. But now it's okay, we've seen it. It's the Predator. This is it. So there's always these things where they build up to a reveal of what's it gonna be. And I feel like that would be cool, but it also, that's a point of no return. And some things just should exist and not be broken. Like the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania, they killed it. Why did they do that? The Undertaker going undefeated for, what was it, like 30 years or something, give or take? And then eventually, okay, spoiled. Oh, great, that's it, it's over. I feel like some things, like even if he stops never in a WrestleMania ever again, it would have always just been this thing. nice. And yeah, I feel like I want that to stay, even though I don't play Halo. There you go. Pidge, hey, you've got me some scoop while I do clip stuff. My ears. Have you seen Altered Carbon? The way they could have the same character but different actors was cool. Do you know what? I actually liked Altered Carbon but disliked it. What was it? Is it Anthony Mackie? Is that his name? Who took over from the guy from Suicide Squad? I can't remember his name either. I prefer Anthony Mackie as an actor to the other dude, even because the other dude is a good actor. To be fair, he's been in some really good stuff. But I just like Anthony Mackie. But I preferred the first series of Altered Carbon, and I don't know whether it was that changing of the character stuff or whether I'm not sure. Decent enough series though. Decent enough. Or when Stallone ruined Judge Dredd. Yeah, exactly. First was better for sure. Yeah. I like the Jaws 1 movie music. What was was that not? Was it different? That one. Yeah, that's accurate, screen accurate, by the way. Just saying. Welcome in, Jared. How you doing, dude? I actually didn't mind the Stallone Judge Dredd film. I say that I watch it and I also think, maybe I like it because it came out when I was about, I don't know, I was in junior school, so primary school. Age, so maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know. It was just something I shouldn't have been watching, and it was. Yeah, I don't know. Stallone Wars Dredd. Do you know what, the Carl Urban Dredd film though? That is fucking badass. Just gonna say. You sound like a chicken then. That's true. The main reason the Predator was invisible for so long in the film was because they redesigned the suit because it was more bug-like when Van Damme was playing the Predator. Interesting. See, do you know what? Whatever the reason for it is, it's that sort of. It's a literate. What's the word? Literative tactic. I don't know if it's a tactic in literature. Put it that way. I don't know what the correct phrasing for that phrase is. But one of the tactics in literature is to not give you an ending, to not give you something, because that way, if you describe something in one way, if I said to you, this is the scariest thing that you could ever see. It's a monster with teeth. It's got big eyes. Okay, teeth and big eyes could be anything. That could be Sully from Monsters, Inc. It could be out. But you, when I'm saying the words, the scariest thing ever, teeth, and you start creating your picture and it's, oh my God. And then when you see it, it's like, oh, it's not okay. It's not what I thought, but okay. And that's obviously they eventually showed it with the Predator. But the idea that you were building it up in your head to be this thing, and then you eventually see it, you don't tend to get that as much anymore. Or you don't, because we live in a world of sequels. It's hard to do that when you've seen it in the first film. So okay, we know this series makes money. Let's make 5 of them instead. So everything out there you've seen now, ish. The main reason the Predator... I've done that one. But Urban Dread was not really what Mega City 1 looked like from the comics. See, I wasn't really into the comics. David was more than me. David had... I didn't even know there was a death and then the 4 Horsemen kind of thing until David had comics and stuff. I didn't read them. So I will just say, yeah. Was that... Wait, what that was, right? The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Death, War, Famine, and Pestilence were the other dread judges, but dead, right? Was that a dread thing? I'm gonna assume it is, unless you tell me it wasn't. For now, though, what I will do is jump away from the Halo TV series. So the latest trailer, yes, they got nice. You only had the one. I thought you had more. Maybe I'm mixing you up with Carl. I remember seeing at least one. Was it like a graphic novel, yours? It was poo reading. So yeah, Halo has a TV series coming soon. We've seen a trailer for it and it looks shit hot. That's your summary. It looks shit hot. There you go. Finally, then, do you know what? We've had quite a mixed show. We've spoken about PlayStation. We've spoken about Xbox. And now we're going to speak about Xbox over PlayStation, or at least that's the way that one Belgian retailer puts it. Thanks to Tito for sharing this with us in the Discord and in the conversation on Timeless's stream earlier on today, actually. Andy Robinson at VGC has the article that says, retailer reportedly puts warning notice on PS5s. Microsoft has bought Activision. So Supermarket, this is the tagline now, Supermarket tells customers to choose your machine carefully following deal news. Excuse me. So a Belgian retailer has allegedly been spotted putting a warning on its PS5 section telling potential customers that they may want to reconsider their purchase due to Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. As pictured by Twitter user Hazardor... Oh, bit my tongue then. Great, nice. As pictured by Twitter user Hazardor Gaming, Belgian supermarket chain Cora is claimed to have placed the notice on its shelves, which reads, Notice to gamers, Microsoft has bought Activision. Choose your machine carefully, in brackets, Call of Duty, end quote. So Cora has more than 60 stores in France and 20 more in Romania, Belgium, and Luxembourg. So there you go. It's a Belgian company with stores in Romania, Belgium, Luxembourg, and 60 in France. So if the image is accurate, whilst it's not clear if the Cora notice is widespread, it could represent another example of the wide-reaching influence of the games industry's biggest ever buyout. Microsoft shocked the games industry earlier this month when it announced its intention to acquire Activision Blizzard in a deal worth $70 billion. Okay, nothing else. Nope, that's fine. Nothing else on that story. It's all going into the news that we know. So we know Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard. We know they are willing to spend almost $70 billion for the ability to call those games their own. We didn't know we'd have impacts like this. Retailers are going, are you sure you want to buy this PlayStation? Because you're probably going to be buying it for Call of Duty, right? Well, if you are, just don't bother. That's basically what they're saying, which, wow. Stadia, lol. No, it's not the Stadia. We don't talk about the Stadia. We have two of the Stadias. We don't talk about them. You don't buy two consoles and not talk about it if you're not disappointed. Because Stadia, we're disappointed. If I'm being honest, we bought two of you and we're disappointed. He's definitely an Xbox user. Activision makes shit games anyway. I haven't been into COD since Modern Warfare 2. Tried others, but they sucked. Ads, thank you very much for the host, dude. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 was the peak for me. I know a lot of people that played through the Black Ops era, but Modern Warfare 2 was the peak for me. Modern Warfare was decent. I still don't mind Warzone. Still not PUBG. But I'm not bothered about just straightforward multiplayer shooters anymore. Which is why Halo doesn't have my attention right now. Maybe if they had some BR-ish elements to it, then I might be more interested then. But for right now, Halo is just like playing Call of Duty multiplayer. It's good, it's fun, it's not my long game. It will get old a bit quickly. But that said, that's just me. There are tons, millions of people that still want to play Call of Duty. Does it justify this, though? Is this just someone... Like, is it a storm in a teacup? Is it a very isolated incident? What do you think? I kind of feel when I see this, I know what it's working like. What it's like working like in some stores. Maybe you might have one person that works in this particular store that is like gamer. But the thing with gamers is gamers aren't always whole of market gamers. Gamers can be very opinionated. We see it in gaming almost more than anything else. The tribalism for Xbox fanboys versus PlayStation fanboys. I mean, I lean towards PlayStation. I have an Xbox One, but not a Series console. But I'm not a fanboy. So the fanboys on either side, you just get over it. But still, they exist. Even still, fanboys exist. Could this be an Xbox fanboy that works in the brand that's going, well, that's it. PlayStation's dead. People are going to come in and ask us questions, and we are going to have to answer these questions all day. Do you know what's going to be easier? I will just print out a label and stick it on these consoles, so that way people know, and they don't have to ask these questions. Could that just be one employee thinking that they think for everyone else? Because we all know some gamers somewhere that think that they think for everyone else, when in fact they don't. They don't. Is this just gamer mansplaining on a retail setup in one store, but it's a cool story, so we'll turn it into the news. It could be. It absolutely could be. Just one guy or girl, I don't know, that just thinks, oh, well, that's it. People aren't going to want to buy the consoles, even though we know that there is at least 3 more PlayStation Call of Duties coming within the next 2 years. So the next Call of Duty this year, the Modern Warfare game that's rumoured to be coming next year, plus Warzone 2, which is rumoured to be coming next year, are all coming to PlayStation 2. Not 2, but 2 as well, PlayStation as well. I mean, imagine if they did come to PlayStation 2. Fuck, damn. So yeah, interesting. Black Ops is a different dev, right? So PS5 could get them still. No, Activision have bought all the developers. Xbox has bought all the developers. So Xbox now own Treyarch, which make Black Ops, Sledgehammer / Raven, which have made what was last year's Black Ops and Vanguard, and then you've got Infinity Ward. I think are still part of it. Which make the Modern Warfare games. All the developers have been bought by Microsoft. So yeah, they basically went to a rolling 3 dev system so they can make good quality games that come out every year. So you'd get like an Infinity Ward, then a Raven, then a Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Raven, and then keep going like that. That was the way it was kind of going to supposed to go. Or were they trying to go for 4? I don't know. It was 3 at one point. I thought Modern Warfare 2 was this. How do you mean? Bowser! Hey, morning, afternoon, evening, all. How's things, Bowser? What time is it for you? Obviously, is it Dubai? Is that where you are? It's somewhere over that sort of way. But I don't know what sort of like time offset you are for us. So I see you on, and I keep thinking that you're. For Abu Dhabi, there we go. 4 hours. I'm thinking, actually, you up at like silly o'clock in the morning, but 4 hours not too bad. It's not too bad. This year was Vanguard. Last year was Black Ops, and then the year before that was Modern Warfare. Not Black Ops, Black Ops Cold War. So that would have been Treyarch last year. So yeah, Vanguard, Black Ops, and then 2019. Was Modern Warfare. That's when that came out. So Modern Warfare came out in the Warzone timing, and then it was Black Ops pre that, which came out with Blackout at the same time. So see, I know my stuff. I play enough Call of Duty to know my stuff because I absolutely adored Call of Duty back then. I'm not so much anymore. It doesn't grab my attention as much as it used to do. This does though. So if you missed it, a retailer in Belgium, France, Romania has put signs on their consoles saying, if you're after PlayStation, are you sure? Because, Microsoft just bought Call of Duty. Are you sure you want to buy a PlayStation? Are you sure? So yeah, interesting. Bizarre. Do you know what? I think the fact that it's printed makes me think, ooh, maybe. But the fact that it's printed with no corporate logos and they've written on it in brackets Call of Duty in pen makes me feel like that's just someone in the shop. That maybe they've just got a ton of questions going, can I play Call of Duty on my PlayStation now? And they've gone, do you know what, fuck it, this is just the easiest way. Let's just throw up a sign. I think it's something like that. If that was up for a while, I can't see it being up anymore. I imagine HQ have probably been speaking to PlayStation and going, PlayStation have gone, you do realise that you buy your stock from us and you're telling people to not buy it, but you still want to buy stock from us. So the people in purchasing are like, fuck, okay, we'll get it taken down. So purchasing has spoken to department heads who've spoken to the area manager who's spoken to the manager of that store and gone, get that fucking thing down. So I'd be surprised if it's still there now. Yeah, no. So yeah, that's it. That's the news. Ads. Not ads. Nietzsche, that one. Thank you very much. Just as I said that's it, Nietzsche drops the host. Nice. I'm going to disappear, though. I am done. Don't go anywhere, though, because even though Nietzsche has just thrown down a host, we can pass on the love to someone else. Don't go anywhere, because we do raid one of our friends when we finish streaming, and it would be nice to pass on. Ooh, you got me a little bit then. Not quite as much as Nietzsche did, but you got me. Jeez. So we're going to pass on the love to one of our friends. I'll give you a recap of the news that we went through first, though. Star Wars Eclipse is a new Star Wars game coming, and it's reportedly inspired by The Last of Us. So if you like The Last of Us and you want a Star Wars story game that's impactful, you could be getting one. Gran Turismo 7 has a state of play that is coming this Wednesday at 10 p.m. There will be, it's usually about 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes presentation. Oh, it actually says it will show a 30-minute presentation of new footage and gameplay details this Wednesday. We won't do a live watch along, but we will get you a wrap up on Friday's episode of The Scoop. Cyberpunk could be coming to the PS5s finally, with a new PS5 version, details leaking online. We've seen what the Halo TV series looks like, and a retailer is reportedly telling you to not bother buying PlayStations. Nice. Call of Duty been grinding out bang average games for a few years now, which has put me off it a bit. No, I get it. Same. Bang average games. I mean, I was put off in that, I talk about it quite often, the double jump, wall running, exoskeleton, space, like Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 76 kind of stuff. Nah, boots on the ground. I liked running around in sandlots in like what I see as real world war. So obviously we had World War One, World War Two, and they were real, clearly, but they were also in the past. So I've got a bit of a disconnect from that. Whereas I know people that have fought in Iraq and Afghanistan and things like that, and I've seen pictures of people that I know stood next to tanks and buildings and stuff. So when I see that sort of stuff, I think, okay, that's something I can kind of relate to. So that's why I like Modern Warfare-ish style games. Stuff that's going on now. And even stuff that's like 5 years in the future, because they go, well, we're 5 years in the future now, so we've got self-piloting drones. Then it's like, no, that's not what. That's 5 years in the future. That's 20 years in the future. How far do you think? Ugh. So yeah, Modern Warfare, yes please. Today, right now, yes please. I'll take that. Okay, stick around though. Yep, ruined it. I agree. Modern Warfare was excellent, says Timeless. I agree. Modern Warfare 2 was the pinnacle. I also agree. Modern Warfare 3, nah, you've gone too far now. Weird big juggernauty bloke things that take 70. No. Anyway, we are done. Thank you very much for joining us for another episode of The Scoop. We're going to disappear. We will be back on Wednesday with The Scoop. Remember, The Scoop, Wednesday is a 2-stream day. We have The Scoop in the morning and we play PUBG in the evenings from 6:30. We are chasing crates with mates. We'll be joined by Mr. iLotus UK with his DMR spray. And his 6X on, so you better walk away. So do feel free to join us Wednesday for those streams. For now, though, don't go anywhere. We will drop a raid on one of our friends. We could pass on some love to them, and you will get extra sprinkles, which are our channel points. You will get them to spend on our channel in return for going along for the raid. So you get to do something nice, and you get rewarded for it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Before we go anywhere, though, remember that you can help shape our show, just like Tito did, just like Timeless did. We have a Discord, !Discord in the chat. You can drop any news stories that you want us to discuss into our Discord. We will then go through those on the very next show. All we need is your thoughts and impressions. We'll give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at 10 a.m.-ish on Wednesday. That's it from me, though. Stick around for the raid as I find one of our friends to drop some love on. Until then, Steve Frosty.